Hey, what's up guys, Schmitty here, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the brand new Black Ops 4 update that is going to be coming to us here following the end of the weekend. Treyarch dropped an absolute bombshell last night that detailed finally exactly what we're going to be getting here at the beginning of this next week. We've been talking and speculating about a bunch of stuff, like what could be coming in this next update here on the 11th, and last night Treyarch let us all know in a blog post what exactly is going to be coming to the game here in the next few days. There's a ton of stuff in this update, there's a ton of great stuff in this update. The game is almost getting overhauled if you ask me, and so much of this stuff is going to be great for the future of the game. I don't know if this is quite the Division's overhaul that World War II had this last April, but it is very, very close. This game is getting a massive, massive improvement. So many adjustments and all this stuff that we didn't even see coming for this next update. So without further ado, let's get into this stuff. Firstly, the new event that we're going to be getting here starting next Tuesday on PlayStation 4 is Operation Absolute Zero. This is going to be the new operation. We have First Strike going on right now, but as we all know, that's ending Tuesday for PlayStation 4. The operation replacing that will be Absolute Zero, and it will be bringing a brand new specialist like we've all anticipated. However, it's not quite the person that we all thought it would be. A lot of people thought it may be Outrider based on the little teasers. There was a girl with a hood on that looked very similar to what Outrider did back in Black Ops 3, but this is instead going to be an all-new specialist, her name being Zero. She's described as a versatile and deadly hacker that can disrupt and distract her enemies using the powerful hacking tools at her disposal. So we saw in the teaser, it looks like that she could be bringing alongside an EMP grenade. I'm curious again to see what her ability will be. Maybe her ability is a full-on EMP that she can put out maybe once a game that will totally wipe out all electronics throughout the map, which would keep from being able to use specialist abilities and weapons, any kind of score streaks. Or maybe she has some type of black hat system to where she can hack certain equipment and score streaks. There wasn't too much detail there, but we will be getting a new specialist named Zero here coming to the multiplayer and Blackout for use here on December 11th for PS4. We will also be getting our first batch of DLC weapons coming into the game. Finally, we're going to be getting some new weapons here to the game. I've been waiting on some new weapons. I felt like the batch of weapons that we got to launch the game was a little bit short. They were all great and fun weapons to use, but I was just longing for some more weapons to be able to get my hands on. My only hope was that they did them in a fair fashion, and so on Tuesday, we're going to be seeing the Damon 3XB submachine gun, the SWAT RFT assault rifle, and the Secret Santa melee weapon. Now the big question that's been looming is how are they going to be doing these DLC weapons this year? Well, they're going to be available via the contraband tiers in the black market, which doesn't come right out and sound like it's that good of a thing, but they massively overhauled the black market, which is something I'll get to here later in the video, so don't worry, things are not as bad as they seem. Alongside the new weapons, we're going to be getting new weapon camos, reactive camos, reticles, all this stuff coming to the game. Blackjack's gun game is also going to make a return, so for these DLC weapons, you're going to be able to hop into Blackjack's gun game, and they're going to be available to use in there as well. There will be a new holiday event starting December 13th on PS4 as well, so it's going to be something similar to the Halloween event, to where there was a bonus 20 free tiers added on underneath the normal contraband tiers where you could unlock all sorts of Halloween themed stuff. We're going to be seeing the same thing presumably for Christmas as well. Next up, let's talk about the Blackout stuff, because Blackout is getting a massive overhaul here on December 10th. So all of the new content that's going to be coming to the game, the new specialists, the new DLC weapons, all of that stuff is going to be coming on the 11th with the new operation. But all of the updates, the overhauls, all the more technical stuff is going to be coming on the 10th, and this will be on both platforms right away. So Xbox One, PC will not have to wait for all the technical updates, but they will have to wait for the content. So this is on December 10th, we're setting the stage with several hotly anticipated updates coming to the core Blackout experience for all platforms, including the new armor repair system, audio improvements, SDM and Spitfire weapon balancing, and seasonal changes across the entire map. So this is massive news. I anticipated the audio improvements coming, that new audio overhaul that Treyarch's been working on for Blackout, because it's been very inconsistent in that mode, but I did not expect the armor repair system to come already. This was something that, from the sounds of it, just didn't seem like was going to be something that was going to be coming until maybe the very top of the year in 2019. But it sounds like they've got it ready to go, and we're going to be seeing this coming to the game here on all platforms on December 10th, which is great. One of the biggest problems with Blackout is the armor. It's a good thing for the game. It's basically your shield or anything else that you would see in a battle royale, but the whole thing behind it is you're kind of punished in a sense for getting in more gunfights, because armor is not the easiest thing to find. It's not something that you can carry extra of, so you won't ever loot it off dead bodies. The only way to find it is in certain areas around the map. And so if you get in gunfights, even if you lose your gunfight, there's a good chance you lost your armor, and then somebody camping with level 3 that you'll find later on in the game automatically has an advantage on you. And it's just been something that's been requiring a change for a while, and I'm glad to see that this is going to be coming already here on the 10th. That's going to be great for Blackout. SDM and Spitfire weapon balancing, this is good. Those have been by far probably a couple of the best weapons in the game. I just watched a video the other day of Shroud absolutely tearing with these two guns. Granted, it's Shroud. The guy has some amazing aim, but these two weapons for sure have been a little on the OP side for Blackout. Mainly the SDM. The Spitfire hasn't been as ridiculous, at least in my experience, but the SDM has been very, very good, and in my opinion has definitely been requiring a nerf. And some new seasonal changes. Treyarch said we're going to be seeing some new visual updates from seasonal changes, foliage, softer winter lighting, new smoke trails to better indicate where people are dropping. There's going to be subtle environmental improvements to Nuketown Island, Hydro Dam, and Factory. So it'll be interesting to see all of what has changed as far as the visual aspect of the Blackout map. I don't know that's going to be anything too crazy like what Fortnite just did for Season 7, to where they just made an entire quarter of the map just blanketed in snow with all new areas. I don't think we're going to see anything just massively covered in snow or some massive snow overhaul to the game. Maybe we get some snowflakes falling. Maybe there's some little snow patches around the map that just give it a more wintry vibe. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Next up, Hijacked has finally been officially confirmed to be coming to Black Ops 4 on the 11th for PS4. It's going to be coming in the exact spot that we all predicted and Treyarch kind of teased in their little trailer earlier. Right in between that spot down by the beach, in between Nuketown and construction site. Not too much else to go over on that one. We all kind of figured that one was coming. Next up, we're actually going to be getting a brand new vehicle to Blackout, which was totally unexpected. I didn't even really think about the possibility of more vehicles coming to Blackout at some point. We're going to be getting the new ARAV armored vehicle. Sounds like this is going to be an armored vehicle with a mounted machine gun turret. I'm thinking something like the Warthog here from Halo. It sounds like it's going to be a two-person vehicle just from the description that I'm reading. But either way, brand new vehicle coming to Blackout as well. It's going to have a mounted turret machine gun. Like I said earlier, you guys will be able to drop in as Zero, the new specialist, after you unlock her. And there's also going to be 4 new zombie characters added to Blackout as well, the characters from the map 9. They're going to be unlocking their character missions as well. And they also left us with a little bit of a tease of what is going to be coming in the future with Blackout, so not quite in this update, but in future updates we'll be seeing some of this stuff. They're going to be adding custom games for Blackout, which is crazy that this can be coming already. There's so many great things that could be done with that. They're going to be adding weapon camos, stash interface updates on consoles. Thank God. This has been probably one of my biggest requests for something to be changed in Blackout. There's going to be holiday map decorations, throwable snowballs, new seasonal special event tiers, in-game promos, gameplay improvements, and more. So that is all stuff that's not quite coming in this update, but shouldn't be too far away either, which is awesome. All that stuff sounds fantastic. Now, for you zombies players out there, you guys are not getting shafted in this update. You guys are finally getting some great stuff coming to the game. You guys are getting daily callings, the Black Ops authenticity stamp, and daily tier skips. Daily callings are going to be gameplay challenges that reward zombies players with bonus XP and Nebulium Plasma upon completion. The authenticity stamp is going to be something to where you get this certain verified badge of some sort that shows, you know, your number of kills, downs, headshots, something on a map, the round you survived to, and you're going to get a little stamp showing that for your completion upon that. Pretty interesting. I'm not too sure on what that entails, but something hopefully very cool for zombies players. There's also going to be daily tier skips for zombies, so by getting to round 15 in any of the classic zombies maps, you're going to be unlocking 1 tier for the black market, which is good. Zombies had no way at all before to be able to get through the black market. So if you played zombies, you couldn't rank up your black market progress at all. So now there's going to be daily tier skips. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything as far as playtime, where based on your playtime in zombies, you're going to increase your black market progress alongside with daily tier skips. I don't know if that's coming or not. There's nothing in here detailed of that, but regardless, there are going to be daily tier skips. They also teased a bunch of stuff coming in 2019. I'm not going to get too much into that. I'm just not a big zombies guy, but there is going to be a bunch more stuff coming in early 2019 for zombies as well. And finally, probably the biggest part of this update is the brand new overhaul, the evolution, as they call it, of the black market. The black market has been newly revamped for the launch of Operation Absolute Zero to streamline the system, make tier progression simpler and more rewarding, and add new types of content that have been commonly requested from the community. This is great. The black market has been one of the most talked about things. Is that on paper it can be a great thing, but it needs a lot of adjustments. That's something that I've been saying for a while, and they made a lot of adjustments in this update that's going to be coming that I never foresaw them making this many good changes to the black market, so this is great. But one real quick thing before we get into that, if you guys know your customizable specialist outfits in the game that you can use in multiplayer and in Blackout, you guys know that those are kind of tied to certain categories. So you have like a Dia de los Muertos set, you can't combine that with one of like the original outfits or decals or anything of that sort. They're going to be changing that upon this update, so you can mix and match anything from any category. You don't have to have stuff from the same category to be able to mix and match, so that's going to be cool, allow for more customization that way. So anyway, for the new stuff in the black market, first up, they are taking 100 tiers out of the contraband stream. It's now going to only be 100 tiers, and these are going to be clearly defined tiers. Every reward from 1 to 100, you're going to know exactly what you're going to get. There's not going to be any reserves mixed in there to where there's some sort of RNG system. Everything from 1 to 100, you're going to know exactly what you're going to be getting in this stream. This is going to include all the DLC weapons, so tiers 1 through 100 are going to have those weapons in there, so you know exactly where you have to get to be able to unlock this. And with 100 less tiers involved in there, it's going to make this thing so much easier to get through. Because as you guys know, we have daily tier skips in the game now, and assuming that this operation lasts as long as Operation First Strike, somewhere roughly around 50 days, that's 50 tiers just for winning a match every single day, or getting a kill in Blackout, or 15 rounds in Zombies. Those are pretty much 50 free, just gifted tiers right to you, so that's halfway through the contraband stream. That leaves 50 tiers to get through, assuming they leave it at the same progression amount of time that it's been taking, which I don't see why in the world they would change it, but assuming it still takes roughly that hour of game time, that's 50 hours of game time in 50 days, aka 1 hour per day, which is so much more obtainable than what it was before, to where it required so many hours of time to be able to get through each tier. Now with daily tier skips and completely having the black market, you're only going to need roughly 1 hour of playtime each day to be able to get through this thing, which is definitely obtainable. And of course, you're still going to be able to purchase tiers if people want to, you know, spend that little extra money to be able to get through the tiers faster. But at the same time, it's definitely not something that's required or really even that much incentivized this time around, which is great. I can't say for myself, you know, as optimistic as I try to be about some of the stuff, I can't even say that I anticipated an update like this. So this is great news. Now going back to the new Specialist Zero, the way you're going to unlock her is by getting to tier 1 in the contraband stream. So just win one game of multiplayer, get one kill in Blackout, get those 15 rounds of Zombies, whatever you have to do, just get that daily tier skip right out of the way. You're going to unlock Zero almost immediately. My only concern about this is, you know, once this operation is over, how are newer players that maybe get the game later on going to be able to unlock her? I'm sure they've got something in place, but as of right now, this is going to be the way to unlock the new specialist. Like I said earlier, they're going to be adding new weapon camos, reactive camos, reticles, shared war paints, and new Mastercraft cosmetic weapon variants that have been added. They're putting a really big focus on putting content that we actually want to see, so things like camos and reactive camos and all that stuff, rather than things like decals, which, oh, by the way, they are totally removing those from the black market. If you guys have ever had an experience like mine, which I'm sure is very likely, to where you've unlocked a new epic item out of the reserves, just to have it be an epic decal, that has been a very upsetting experience. So they're no longer adding any more decals to the loot pool, to where it's going to interfere with some of the new stuff that's coming into the game, which is great. The Black Ops 4 equivalent of the World War II pistol grips has finally been eliminated. Thank you. And speaking of reserves, you guys know how I said that the tier system is now 1 through 100 and there's no reserves in between? The reserves are now moving to after tier 100. So everything from 1 to 100, all the big main stuff that is you're going to unlock is going to be streamlined. You're going to know exactly what you're going to be getting. But there's going to be a bunch of little extra stuff afterwards that they're going to be putting in reserves that you unlock after tier 100. Once you get through the first 100 tiers, after that, everything else will be a reserve. As long as they don't put any weapons or anything too major behind those reserves, I don't really have a problem with them doing that. If it's just a bunch of calling cards or maybe some little pieces of outfits that are behind the reserves, whatever, load whatever you want behind that as far as I'm concerned. And finally, they did tease one of the Mastercraft weapon variants that is going to be coming to the game. We're going to be seeing the ABR 223 Mastercraft variant coming to the game, which I'm very excited about. I love the ABR. I know a lot of people don't for whatever reason, but it's one of my favorite guns, so I'm excited to be able to grab that variant. But other than that, there was only one little piece of bad news coming out of this entire update, and that is that it looks like League Play is going to be getting delayed to early 2019, so they were hoping to be able to have that out in December, but it looks like it's going to be pushed back to very early 2019, so hopefully in the first couple weeks of January, we'll finally be able to see that added in. But with all the great, good stuff being added throughout this update, I'm not really going to complain. This is a bunch of stuff that, like I said, I didn't see coming to this game at any point, let alone this soon, so I am very, very happy with a lot of the stuff that we're going to be seeing here very soon. So like I said, all the technical update stuff, the changes, the updates, the improvements, all of that stuff is going to be coming on December 10th. All the brand new content, new DLC weapons, camos, new Operation Absolute Zero, the new specials, all that stuff is going to be coming to PS4 on December 11th. Xbox One and PC will see this stuff December 18th. This is fantastic news. This seems like the first overhaul, at least maybe of many. We have no clue. But this update is so massive that it's almost like an overhaul of Black Ops 4, and it's got me very excited. I did not think we would see this much stuff coming to the game, so I cannot wait to get my hands on all this new stuff. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below on all the new stuff that's going to be coming to Black Ops 4. Like I said, there's so much of it. It sounds like a great time for Black Ops 4 here coming up. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So if you enjoyed, make sure to smack the Schmidt add like button down below. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe button down below as well. 30 videos on videos. Go live. Hopefully, you guys have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.